Good morning everyone. Today we'll start new chapter, that is sixth chapter, square and square roots. Now children, if I ask you what is the shape of this figure, you will say since all sides are equal it is a square, right? Again, if I make this figure, again you can see all the sides are equal, so means it is a square. So you know what is area of square? Side square. So it means 4 square means what we do? 4 into 4, 16 square meter or 16 square units. 3 square means 3 into 3, 9 square units. So what do you mean by this square? What have you done here in square? You are multiplying 3 two times, multiplying 3 by itself, 4 by itself. When 4 is multiplied by 4 itself, we get the square of that number. So this is actually what is square. So first of all we'll see about square. What are square numbers? When we multiply a number by itself, we get a square of that number. Or in other words, if a natural number m can be expressed as n square, where n is also a natural number, then m is a square number. So here you can see m is 4 and it can be expressed as 2 square. So therefore 4 is a square number. 25 is also 25 is m here, and m can be expressed as n square, that is 5 square. So that is why 25 is also a square number. M will be a square number. If I write 32, can we express 32? If this is m, can we express it in n square? Is there any natural number n in which we can write 32 as the square of the number? No. So it means 32 is not a perfect square. It is not a square number. Right? Now finding a square of a number. How to find a square of a number? If n is a number and its square is given as n into n, that is n square. So to find the square of a number, to find any square of any number, you have to multiply that number by itself. N into n gives you the square of that number, n square. So square of 5 is 5 into 5, 25. So these are few numbers and their squares are also written here. 1 square means 1 into 1 is 1. 2 square means 2 into 2 is 4. 3 square means 3 into 3 is 9. 4 square is 16. 5 square is 25. And so on till 20 I have written. 11, 12, 13, 14 till 20 square is 400. So you have to learn these squares by heart. So you should know what is 12 square, what is 17 square. You need not to be you are not supposed to multiply 16 into 16 to get the square of that number. You should know what is 16 square. It is 256. Right? So this is about squares. Now we'll do properties of a square number. So there are few properties on which square of a number based. First property is if a number has 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 in the unit place, then it may or may not be a square number. Now if you see all these squares, so you can see 1 square is 1, it is ending at 1. This is 2 square is 4, its unit digit is 4. 3 square is 9, its unit digit is 9. 4 square is 16, its unit digit is 6. 5 square 25, its unit digit is 5. So you can see the unit digit of the square of these numbers is 1, 4, 6, 5, 9, even zeros, right? In everywhere, in all these squares you can see 11 square unit digit is 1, 12 square unit digit is 4. Either it is 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 or even number of zeros. So this is the most important property, that if a number has 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 in its unit place, then it may or may not be a square number. Now I have written 361. Is it a perfect square? Yes, it is a perfect square because it is ending at 1. But if I take 461, right? 461, you can see it is ending at 1, but it is not a perfect square. It is not a square of any number. So that is why it may or may not. It may be a square number, it may not be a square number. So it is not always true that numbers ending with 1 are always square numbers. That is why we have written it may or may not be a square number. But in these numbers you have seen that 2 is not coming at ones place. 2, 3, 7, 8, these numbers are not coming anywhere. So it means if a number has 2, 3, 7 or 8 in its unit place, then it is also not it is not a square number. It will never be a square number, because square numbers, if you see it, observe it carefully, square numbers never ends at 2, 3, 7 or 8. So the numbers which ends at 2, 3, 7 or 8, they are never perfect squares. This is the very important second property of square numbers. Then square of even numbers are even and square of odd numbers are odd. As I told you, 11 is odd and its square is 121. This is also odd. If you take 12 is even, its square is 144. It is also even. You can see any of the odd number. 15 is odd, its square is odd. 19 is odd, its square is odd. 18 is even, its square is even. So from here, this property justified that square of even numbers are even and square of odd numbers are always odd. So you can see 11 is odd, its square 11 square, that is 121, is also odd. 16 is even, its square 16 square 256 is also even. Now the next property of square of a number is, if a number of zeros at the end is even, then the number is a perfect square number. Otherwise we can say that number ending in odd number of zeros is never perfect square. So if you can see here, 20 square is 400. It means 400 is the square number and it ends at even number of zeros, right? If I write 100 square is 10,000. And it ends at how many zeros? It ends at 4 zeros. 4 is even, so it ends at even number of zeros. If 1000 is there, if I ask you, is it a perfect square? No, it is not a perfect square, because there is no such number whose square gives us 1000. So because there are odd number of zeros. 10 square is 100. 100 square is 10,000, but 1000 is not a perfect square because it is not a square of any such number. So the numbers which ends at odd number of zeros, even 10 also. 10 is also not a square of any number. We do not have any number whose square is 10. So because it ends at odd number of zeros, 1 0, it ends at 3 zeros, odd number of zeros. So the number which ends at odd number of zeros are never perfect square. But yes, if a number has even number of zeros, it can be a perfect square. For example, 100, it has even zeros and it is the square of 10. So it is a perfect square number. 1000, it has odd number of zeros, that is 3. So it is not a perfect square number. Now next is, if a number has 1 or 9 its unit place, its square ends in 1. What does it mean now? Now you see an example. Through these numbers I will explain you. You can see if a number 11 is ending at 1, its square ends at 1. If a number is ending at 9, its square ends at 1. Here also you can see, if a number 1, its square ends at 1. If a number is 9, its square ends at 1. So from here we can see that if a number has 1 or 9 in the unit place, if a number has, these numbers I'm talking about, if a number has 1 or 9 in its unit place, its square will end in 1 always. Its square will ends in 1 always. 9 square is 81, so it ends at 1. 11 square is 121, it ends at 1. If you see 21 square, 21 ends at 1 and its square is 441, it also ends at 1. Similarly, if a number has 4 or 6 in the unit place, its square will end in 6. 14 square is 196, 16 square is 256. Both will end at 6, but the numbers are ending at 4 and 6. Similarly, 2 or 8 in the unit place, its square will end in 4. 3 or 7, if you see, any number has 3 in the unit place or 7 in the unit place, their squares will end at 9. And the numbers which ends at 5, their square will always end at 5. Right? Now this is some of the properties of squares of numbers. Now some interesting patterns are there. Interesting patterns based on the square of number. First pattern is adding triangular numbers. Now you can see I have put 1 dot, then 3 dots, then 6 dots, 10 dots, 15 dots. With the help of these dots I can make triangles. So these are called triangular numbers, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. So if we add two consecutive triangular numbers, we get a square number. So these are consecutive. 1 after 3 is consecutive. If we add 1 and 3, we get 4, and 4 is a perfect square number because it is the square of 2. 2 square is 4. If we add next two consecutive numbers 3 and 6, 3 plus 6 is 9 and it is square of 3. 3 square is 9. 6 plus 10, 16, it is square of 4. So it is also a square number. So you can see these are called triangular, sum of the triangular numbers. So if we add any two consecutive triangular number, we always get a square number. So this is a sort of pattern type. Then numbers between square numbers. How to find numbers between two square numbers? If I ask you between 2 square and 3 square, how many numbers lies? Non-perfect square numbers. So 2 square, as you say, is 4 and 3 square is 9. So between 4 and 9 we know 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 number lies. Right? 4 numbers lies between 2 square and 3 square. If we see between 4 square and 5 square, 4 square is 16 and 5 square is 25. So after 16, we are not supposed to include 16 and 25. We have to take numbers between these two numbers. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 numbers lies between 4 square and 5 square. Now if I say you, if I take 4 as n, it becomes n square. And after 4, you can see 5 is there. So which number we will add in 4 to get 5? Naturally 1. If we add 1 in 4, we get 5. Similarly, if we add n, if we add 1 to n, we get the next number. So between n square and n plus 1, next number is n plus 1. If first number is n, second number will be n plus 1. And between their squares, we know 2n numbers will lie. So this is the formula. Because every time you cannot write, first you will do their square and then you can find out the numbers between those numbers. It is not possible when the numbers become bigger and bigger. So we have a general formula, that is 2n numbers lies between n square and n plus 1 square. So you have to take n as, here n means the first number, the base. This first number is n. So put the value of n here, you get the number of non-perfect square numbers lies between these two square numbers. So you can see between n square and n plus 1 square, there are always 2n non-perfect square numbers lies. So if you see here, n is 4 here. If you are not doing this, simply see, this is n and this is n plus 1. So formula is 2 into n. n is 4, so you can find out 8 numbers lies, and we have also calculated by this method 8 numbers lies between 4 square and 5 square. This is n here, so 2 into 2 is 4. 4 numbers lies between the square of these two numbers, and by actual calculation we have also calculated 4 numbers. So in this way we can find out numbers between the non-perfect square numbers between any two square numbers, two consecutive square numbers. So between n square and n plus 1 square, there are always 2n non-perfect square numbers lies. So between 2 square and 3 square, if we want to find, so this is n. So 2 into n means 2 into 2, 4 numbers lies. And let us check. See, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So between 4 and 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 numbers lies. So we have calculated by formula 2n. So taking n as the first base, this base is n only. The first number is n. So if you see between 14 square and 15 square, so n here is 14, 2 into 14, 28 numbers will lie. So this is the another interesting pattern which we will, whose questions we will do in exercise. Then addition of odd numbers. Odd numbers we know 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, these are odd numbers. If we add consecutive odd numbers, on these consecutive odd numbers, what is their sum? Without adding we have to tell. So the sum of first n odd natural numbers is n square. What does it mean? If I take two odd numbers 1 and 3, 1 plus 3, so you can see we have taken two odd numbers. 2 square is 4. Then I have taken 3 odd numbers 1, 3, 5. So you can see we have taken 3 odd numbers, so its sum is 3 square. Without adding we can calculate 3 square is 9. Now if we have to add these odd numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 odd numbers, and without adding 17 plus 15, we are not supposed to add each and every number. Only simply see how many odd numbers are there. These are 9 odd numbers and its sum is 9 square, that is 81. So this is addition of odd numbers. So sum of first n odd natural numbers can be calculated by this formula n square. We have to just count the number of how many odd numbers are there in that part and just square it, you get the sum of those odd numbers. So these are few interesting patterns of chapter 6. In the next module we'll discuss about exercise 6.1. Thank you so much.